Hi, my name is John Chmela, and I'm a member of the Northwest Las Vegas chapter of LeTip International, and I'm here to welcome you to week 4 of your social media education, where we talk about QID. In previous videos, we talked about the power of QID and how it is the centerpiece of the social media strategy of LeTip International on how to get more customers for your business and for your LeTip chapter. And in today's education, we're going to talk about how to customize your QID to maximize the amount of customers that you can get for your business, and also to maximize the number of new members that you can attract to your chapter. So without further ado, week 4, let's get started with QID. Okay, so in this video, we are going to customize our QID that was given to us as a new membership benefit from LeTip International. I'm looking right now at an email that was sent to me through my LeTip membership that talks about how to customize your QID. If you look through this email, you can read it later, but there's a link that goes directly to your QID. There's also a login that will take you to the QID Management Console, a user ID, which is typically your email, and also a password. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this password, Control-C, up to the clipboard, and then I'm going to click on the login. Here we are at the QID Management Console. I'm going to go ahead and type in my email, which is my user ID, and I'm going to type in my password, and I'm going to go ahead and log in. It's asking me to remember the password. I'm going to not. As you can see, I have multiple QIDs. The one that says LeTip QID is the one that we're going to be managing today, so I'm just going to go and click through to that. And once that happens, what you'll see is that your LeTip QID appears on the screen. A couple of things you'll notice right off the bat, that this is basically what people that see your QID will see on their phone. It has the LeTip endorsed logo, it has your category within LeTip, it has your chapter within LeTip, it has when you were a member since. The background color should be the same color as your badge. If you are a chairperson or hold a title within your group, you'll see a red ribbon across here. And you have some other things. There is text, which is usually your name and your company. You have a share button with some text next to it, and then you have a series of buttons over here, most of which came directly from information contained on LeTip Wired. So in this video, we're just going to go through and talk about how to customize your QID to get the maximum benefit in the social media education. So a couple of things. This is your unique code for your QID. This is your actual QR code, the same QR code that appears on your QID lanyard. This is the description of your QID, which is something that appears when you share it on social media. That becomes the subject. We'll get into that later. We have a title and a subtitle, which is your name and your company name. You can change the color of that, the alignment of that, and the font of that. Also, you have a share offer with a color that you can change as well as that. For right now, let's not look at enable coupons are good for 3 days. You also have an avatar image. This is where you can upload a photo. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and click Browse. I'm going to click on Documents, Blacknet Group, Speaking, Headshots, and find a decent headshot for myself and go ahead and add that in. So you pick an image from your hard drive by clicking that Browse button, and it will just load it into your QID, and now your QID is customized with a photo. That's the first thing that I'd recommend you do. Password is to password protect your QID. I don't recommend it. It's a great thing if it's a child using a QID. Disclaimer is some fine print that you can put in the bottom. Politicians like to say that this advertisement was paid for by Citizens for in their name. If you have a license, you might want to put a license in there. Bitcoin is where you can put a Bitcoin address. We'll get into that later. And then we get into the buttons. So we've covered most of the area here. All this stuff came from LeTip Wired. This image we just uploaded, all this stuff came from LeTip Wired. This we'll get into later. And these are all the buttons. That's what we're getting into now. So from LeTip Wired, we have captured your email, your phone number, your website, your bio if it was there. Mine, I have another text in there that talks about what the LeTip endorsed means. But any of these buttons that are loaded in, you can go in and edit but I wouldn't recommend editing the ones that were downloaded from LeTip Wired because we sync up every week and we're just going to overwrite it. However, you can add new buttons, and that's what we're going to do now. So I'm going to go in here, and I've actually created on my stickies here some URLs. This is my Facebook URL, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that to the clipboard. I'm going to go ahead and add my Facebook, which is just a link. The title, I'm just going to put Facebook, and then I'm going to pop in that link. And when I hit save, one of the things that you'll notice is because it's a link and it has facebook.com, the software's smart enough to put in the proper URL. So if I went back here and I went into and I grabbed my LinkedIn URL, which happens to be this one, and if I go in here and I go to add another button, LinkedIn is of course another link. I'm going to just call it LinkedIn, and I'm going to post in that URL, and if I save it and I go back to my preview, we'll see that the LinkedIn button appeared as well. And finally, I'm going to go ahead and put in my Twitter. Now, you may or may not have a Facebook company page or a Facebook personal page or a LinkedIn profile or a Twitter URL, but that's the purpose of the social media education. So over the course of these weeks, we'll be teaching you what are the benefits of these various links, and also how to go ahead and add those. So I'm going to go ahead and add another link, which is my Twitter link, and I'm going to pop that in. So a couple things have happened here. I went into my management console. I noticed the stuff that LeTip had provided for me, but I also added some additional things. Now, you're not limited to only your Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. You can add your Yelp reviews, you can add YouTube videos, you can add e-commerce pages, you can add your store hours. There's just an enormous amount of things that you can add to this button bar, and of course they're all just links, or else they're emails or so forth. And notice when we added a new thing, there's a couple of features here that I didn't really go into. One is the button type. There are several button types. One is text, which is, like I said, your bio, your office hours, maybe a list of products or services that you offer. Phone, you can add one or multiple phones. If you have multiple phones added to your account, that green phone button will just show a list of them, which is the information stored in the title bar. Same thing holds true for email, SMS, even links of the same type. If you have multiple Facebooks or multiple Twitters, when you hit the Facebook bar, you'll get a list, personal Facebook, company Facebook, if you choose to even put your personal Facebook on your QID. And of course, map is where we put addresses. So if I wanted to put an address on here, I'm just going to go ahead and put in an address, 8815 West Gulf Road, Niles, Illinois, 60714. Go ahead and save that, and what you'll notice is when I add a new URL, it actually brings up this little guy, that green thing, and that green thing will bring up Google Maps and give people directions to your location. Okay, so that includes the part one of the QID Management Console, how to customize your QID. What we covered in this video was how to customize this area of your QID preview, and also how to customize the buttons. Now there's more to QID. There's other buttons, like other tabs like analytics, images, shares, card caddy, coupons, social, and so forth. There's bitcoins, there's how to build e-commerce sites. There's lots of other stuff that we'll cover in later videos. But for this video, this is the information that you should be looking at on how to customize your QID initially for your LeTip social media education. So thanks for taking this time with me, and enjoy customizing your QID using the QID Management Console. My name is Chmela. Thanks for tuning in.